It took me such a long time and so many trials to finally find the ultimate planning and productivity and organization setup for my life and for my business, and I finally have it. I have it down, and it is 3 different things that I use in combination to organize every aspect of my life. They are my planner, Google Calendar, and Notion. I know that Notion has been so incredibly popular, and it is for a reason, because you can do so many things with Notion. And in today's video, I want to share with you 20 things that I love keeping in my Notion, and you can too, to have a more organized life. Some of these ideas are very, very creative in my opinion, and I'm sure that even if you're a Notion user already, or you're a beginner, you're just about to download it, you'll find something in today's video for you. The first thing that I use Notion for, and I think this is the most important one, is a task manager. A task manager is basically a master to-do list that has all of your tasks, all of your projects, if you planned them already, if you're working on them already, how long each will take, what are the steps, what are the resources, like everything that you possibly might need to manage all of your tasks in life and in business. I am obsessed with my task manager. I can't live without it at this point because it literally has everything, and it's also a prioritized list, which means when I put in a task, I already assign an importance and an urgency level to it so that it is sorted according to the prioritization, which means that I can work on the most important and urgent thing first. If you want to see a video about how I set my task manager up, how I'm using it, and what it looks like exactly, let me know in the comments below and I will be happy to share that with you. But let me just say, even if you plan on your physical planner or Google Calendar, having a running task manager with built-in prioritization, you are not being as productive as you can be. Let me know if you want to know more about my task manager system. The second thing to keep in Notion is your routines, your personal routines and your business routines. For instance, I have my morning routine, my inbox zero routine, my cleaning routine, my weekly planning routine, everything in Notion built in as checklists, like habit trackers. So every time I do one of these things, like every morning when I do my morning routine, I open my Notion on my phone and I go through the items until it becomes a habit. So you can use your routines as habit building pages on Notion, but also you can know when you did what last time, and it is such a good tool to be using Notion for, just having them as different pages, different databases that you can use for all of your routines, and you can add those links to those Notion pages to your calendar for whenever you plan those routines to be happening. I will definitely be filming some of my routines, especially my morning routine, in the upcoming weeks, and if you don't want to miss it out, please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. I would love to have you hang around here. Like I just said, you can take some of the links from your Notion pages and add those links to the descriptions of your events in your calendar, but that is a problem, right? The fact that Notion and calendars don't work together is making things a bit less smooth when it comes to planning and productivity using these softwares. And obviously you want your system to be as smooth as possible. So it has been one thing that has been bothering me, that I can take all of those tasks and implement them into my calendar so that I can see everything in one place, until I learned about Accuflo. I'm working with Accuflo in this video, and when they reached out telling me what their program is all about, I lost my mind. It is one of those things that is a massive game changer, and I think it fills a massive hole when it comes to using several programs together, such as Calendar, Notion, Evernote, Todoist, all of those apps, having everything in one place and having one point of access to everything that you need in terms of planning and organization was the missing link in the world of productivity. So I'm thrilled to be working with them. I want to show you what Accuflo looks like and how I use it on my computer, so let's move over. All right guys, here we are with Accuflo. I just had problems with my computer, so I had to install everything again, and this is the perfect time to show you everything that you need to know to start with Accuflo, which is basically an app to streamline all the other apps that you use to be more organized and planned in life in general. So I would like to proceed with checking Accuflo's basic features because I've already been using it for a while, but I want to show you what it looks like. It basically collects all of your tasks in one place, as it says, For me personally, it was about my calendar and my Notion, but as you can see here, you can add your Trello, Asana, Todoist, Slack, everything into one place and see everything in one simple inbox. You can also create shortcuts to open Accuflo, and Accuflo works a lot with shortcuts and commands as well. So if you're someone who is working in that way, I think it will be even easier for you. So this is how it looks like, and as you can see, it already has my calendar and my Notion connected because, like I said, I've been using it for a while anyway. But since I reinstalled everything, you're seeing that it has some pop-ups to tell you about new features or things you can do with Accuflo all the time, which is brilliant. So here on the top right corner, you have your calendar, and here, if you click on the calendar settings, you'll see different features, which I'm gonna show you in a minute. On the left side, you have your inbox, and it has all the tasks from all of the platforms that you connected to your Accuflo in this one. The next one is today, the plan of the day. You have all the things that have the date of today will show up there basically. You also have the command bar, like I said. If you're somebody who likes creating things using commands, shortcuts and stuff like that, this is something that you can use easily. And you can also see a lot of information on the bottom left corner, the help and the guides there. So basically what it looks like is you have your inbox, like I said, and you have all of your tasks. Today only has the tasks for today basically, as well as your calendar. And what you can do is you can drag and drop all of your tasks wherever you want them. We're at 3 right now. I can just bring this one here, and this is when I'm gonna work on it. And you can obviously adjust the time and everything as well. So this is what today's page looks like. And then you have the upcoming, which is basically a Kanban view of all the days so that you can see your schedule with the calendar on the side as well. Then you have someday tasks, which don't have a date, I think, which I rarely use basically. And then you have all of them here. I want to show you, going back to the general Accuflo thing. So when you click on settings, you first see all the integrations. Basically, I have my Google Calendar and my Notion, but you can also add native integrations with Asana or Todoist or all of the things that you see there, Zoom, or you can add them via Zapier, obviously. But you can have so many different apps. I mean, here it says 3,000 plus apps. These two, Google Calendar and Notion, are more than enough for me. For Notion, I have my task manager, and I will show you the configuration of it as well, because you can do so many things with Accuflo. For instance, when I click done on the Accuflo task list or today list, it changes the status of the task accordingly. So I have here done, importance input. These are the fields of my database of the task manager I have on Notion, and Accuflo will change the status of it to done when I mark it done. I don't have any dates on my task manager, and that's why it doesn't have the deadline dates or anything like that. So if you have stuff on your Notion with deadlines, for instance, your plans, your meal plans, anything like that, you can also add them like that here. So as you can see, all of my tasks are here from my task manager. What I can do with that is obviously drag and drop it into my calendar. I can snooze it. I can plan it from clicking here. I can assign labels so that I can organize my tasks even further. For instance, you see there's a label here, Learn Accuflo, and everything that has that label will come into this little folders, almost like email folders. You can create labels for your tasks. Going back to the tasks that I already have, you can also create priorities here. You can set something, the goal of the day, which I find really, really, really insanely cool. You can mark them as done. Like I said, that will change the status of the thing in my Notion. You can edit it, you can duplicate it, you can snooze it, which is brilliant. I mean, obviously you can just say like, I'm not gonna do it today, remind me tomorrow, remind me next week kind of thing. You can delete it. It is everything that you need to do in your Notion or any of the other apps, you can do within Accuflo. So this is planning and organizing your day and your tasks at its best. I really love that. You can also change how many days of the calendar you want to see, because this is something that I struggle with when it comes to Google Calendar and all of that. This is completely customizable. You see all of your calendars that you can choose to see here or not. You can finally bring back your ideal week, your wow, week of winning, your actual planned appointments that live on your calendar, and the tasks that you need to do that are not assigned to a certain time. together and have the most productive day ever, day after day. There are a bazillion other things that you can do with Accuflo. Obviously, I'm just showing you the connection between Google Calendar and Notion, but I need to say this. I highly, highly, highly recommend that you check it out because game changer. Thank you so much to Accuflo, not just for collaborating with me on this video, but for letting me know that something as cool exists, because this just made everything so streamlined and so easy for me. I don't think I'll ever stop using this. The link to check Accuflo and everything that you need to know about it is in the description box below. It's amazing, guys. I am truly incredibly impressed with it. The third thing that you can keep in your Notion is your shopping list. And I'm not talking about grocery shopping, I'm talking about everything that you want to buy other than groceries, such as big purchases, electronics, outfits. You know, when you think about, oh, I need a pair of white jeans, you put those ideas into a shopping list on Notion. But there's a twist to it. It's not a simple shopping list. It's a shopping list that is divided into 12 months of the year in the Kanban view. So you can assign what you want to buy when. And you can also keep in mind that every month has a different sale going on. For instance, it's very smart to buy Christmas decorations in January because, you know, that's when they're discounted. So you can plan out your big shopping items and save some money by using Notion for organizing these things. Number 4 is meal planner. You can keep your favorite recipes, you can take your ingredients from that, you can create a shopping list for groceries this time on Notion as well, and you can create a weekly meal plan right in there in the same page of Notion, which will make you eat more healthy and make better decisions if you did everything in one place and it was a streamlined process to plan these things. Number 5 is having a database of your doctor visits. Whenever you go to the doctor, just make sure that you take a note in this and add what the diagnosis was, what the treatment was, the date and everything. So you have a full medical history again on your phone whenever you need to. Also, this way you can see if there are some tendencies, you can be more aware of the status of your health, and you can give all the information that your doctor might possibly need when you have a new situation coming up. I used to have this in my planner, but I found it a little bit easier to have it on Notion. All of these things really, I switch back and forth between Notion and my planner, but this particular one I thought it was easier to have on my phone for whenever I go to the doctor, because I generally don't take my planner to the hospital with me. Number 6 is packing lists. All of the packing lists that you think is relevant. I have a master one for when I'm traveling internationally. I've categorized them into clothes and electronics and documents and all of that, and every time I'm going away I just duplicate that page and I go through everything, so I have a master packing checklist. I also have a packing checklist for my pill box that I carry with me in my handbag, and every time I have to refill that I look at that checklist. You can create one for weekenders, you can create one for long trips, you can create one for staycations, you know, like you can create different packing checklists to make your packing process a little bit faster and easier and you never forget anything. Number 7 is your book tracker. What you read, what you want to read, what you thought about the book that you just read, what your notes are, the author, everything. You can keep a tracker of all your reading in Notion. Number 8 is your learning notes. Whenever you take a course, a webinar, anything like that, you can take your notes in Notion and have them in one single database or one single page. So you see what you learned and you can go through these notes again from any device that you have. If you have some spare time, you can go over those things. And also you can search something that you want to recall from a training that you took maybe a year ago. It's easy to search these things in Notion, so I think keeping notes of courses and all of the learning things in Notion is a really good idea. Number 9 is the personal CRM. You know, the customer relationship managers that businesses use, but for your personal life, basically for your friends and for your family. This way you can take a note of when you spoke to a person last time and what the topic was about and what you discussed on that. I think it's a brilliant idea to create a personal CRM, and I think Notion is the best place to do so. Number 10 is a database of date night ideas with your significant other. We always struggled with finding ideas, new and different things to do on our date nights, so we started a database on Notion, and now we're adding, you know, going for dancing, eating at this place, eating at that place, a list of things that you can do on your date nights or, any night, so that you don't do the same exact things or sit down and watch TV all the time. It's just a good idea to have ideas lists on Notion so you can pull it out whenever you need to, and you can always add to it on the go, and you have a little bit more variety in your life. Number 11 is a baby tracker or a pet tracker. I obviously have a pet tracker for my dog Cha-Cha. I used to have it in my planner as well, with vaccination information, allergies, microchip number, all of these things that I need to keep track of or record of, I have on my Notion Cha-Cha page, which you can do for your kids as well. Obviously, I don't have one, so I use it for my dog, but it's such a smart idea, just like the doctor visits, to have all the information that you need about what happened in their health last time, when was the last worming or vaccination or stuff like that, so that you can take it with you to the vet and you're always on top of what you need to do to keep your pet or your kid healthy. And last but not least, having a content planner, a content calendar on Notion is probably the second thing I use Notion for the most. I plan all my content, all my videos, notes, dates for editing, everything that I do around content creation is in my content planner on Notion. If you're a creator, I think it is the most flexible. I've tried all the systems out there. It is the most flexible system and it makes everything so much easier. So these are the 12 ideas I had for you today for keeping in Notion to have a more organized life. And I love the fact that now I can use my Notion and my calendar together thanks to Accuflo. I'm leaving the link in the description box for you to go check them out. The platform is absolutely amazing and they're adding new functions and new integrations all the time. So make sure that you check them out and streamline your life a little bit more. If you have good ideas for keeping in Notion, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to do more with Notion. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one. Mwah. Bye.